Currently, in my guitar collection, I don't own a Jazzmaster. But after recording this video, I think that might change. In today's episode, I'm going to tell you why you need a Jazzmaster. So without further ado, let's get straight into this Squealing Pig Guitars video. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury drum machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley and I hope you're having a great start to your week. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking all about the Fender Jazzmaster, and in particular the 62 spec one. I've played quite a few Jazzmasters over the last couple of months, from team-built guitars to just USA Professional Series, all the way to Levi Perry master-built guitars. And after playing all them guitars, I've come to the conclusion that everybody needs a Jazzmaster in their collection. For me, I think it should be up there with the Gibson Les Paul and the Fender Stratocaster. I actually personally prefer a Jazzmaster to a Stratocaster, and here's why. For me, it's the ultimate fingerstyle guitar and the ultimate blues machine. It has the twanginess of a telly and a strap, but then it has the bass end and the body of a 335. It's also an offset body, so it sits a little bit better on your lap, and the neck shapes are always a little bit thicker. So for me, and the way that I play it, I find the Jazzmaster really unlocks another level of my playing, making me play more melodically and more dynamically. And as we make our way through this video, I hope you can see that as well. In today's episode, we're reviewing a 62 Reissue Jazzmaster. It's from the Team Built series from the Fender Custom Shop. It's got a beautiful Journeyman relic, and to me this is the quintessential kind of iconic Jazzmaster design. The three-tone sunburst is so iconic for the 60s. It's got a really nice dark rosewood fingerboard with clay dots. So we're going to be using this as our guinea pig today to show you why we think the Jazzmaster is so amazing, basically. But as always, guys, you'll have to let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the Jazzmaster? Have you played one, and what do you think of them? But first off, we're going to go over the specs of this amazing Jazzmaster, but this video is split up into chapters for your viewing pleasure. So if you'd like to scroll to a different part of the video, then just scroll down below and there should be chapters there. But without further ado, let's get straight into the spec talk. So it's time to go over the specs of this beautiful Jazzmaster. This has to be one of the coolest Jazzmasters I've played. It's such an iconic design, and we don't often get just classic designs like this with the kind of relicking job. So it's awesome to see a three-tone sunburst Jazzmaster with a tortoiseshell guard, with the Journeyman relic, nice maple neck. It's just a very kind of classic design, but it plays so nicely, which is always great to see. In terms of construction, we basically have that classic 62 Jazzmaster construction. So an older body, this large offset body which balances very nicely. We then have a maple neck which has a little bit of interesting figuring in, a little bit of bird's eye here and there, and then we have a rosewood fingerboard with the lovely clay dots. Of course, we've got 21 medium jumbo frets on this one, and we have a 9.5 inch radius. In terms of hardware and electronics, we've got the Jazzmaster flat magnet pickups. The interesting wiring option in this is in the middle. These two pickups are actually out of phase, so you can get that Peter Green BB King sound, but in the neck and the bridge, it's just normal neck pickup and bridge pickup sounds. You have one volume, one tone, and then you have the jazz circuit up here. We'll go into a little bit more detail about that jazz circuit later on. We then have 6-in-line vintage tuners with the Fender Custom Shop logo and obviously the classic Fender Jazzmaster logo. Got a bone nut on this one and the Jazzmaster tremolo. And that is pretty much all the specs of this beauty of a Jazzmaster. I can't wait to plug this in. I'm in love with Jazzmasters at the moment, so I can't wait to show you this today. So without further ado, let's turn on the amplifier and get started. So guys, welcome to the tone demonstration of this beautiful Fender Custom Shop Jazzmaster. In today's episode, I'm using my usual rig of a 2-rock Bloomfield drive on the lead gain channel with the bright switch engaged on EQ2, and then on the floor I have a compressor and a tube screamer pedal, thank you to the Kemper Profile Effects unit. This Jazzmaster is just beautiful from the looks to how it sounds, so I can't wait to show you this today. In the intro to today's video, I did my own interpretation of Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, or this kind of, I guess this arrangement was more inspired by the Luke Combs version, because we've got Capo 1. But on the neck pickup, this is what the guitar sounds like going straight into the amp. And then I added some lead playing to that. The Jazzmaster has such a beautiful sound, especially when playing in this style. It has everything that a Stratocaster has in terms of funkiness, but then it has a little bit more bass on, which means it's really good for lead lines like I usually run the Jazzmaster tone around 5 or 6 because I prefer that slightly more numb sound, but full volume and tone we're getting this time. And when you dig in, you can really get that kind of funk tone. Full tone, you can get this type of tone. Can't go wrong with that tone. It's like a mix of a Telecaster, a Stratocaster, and then bringing in the bass end from like a Gibson instrument. It really is like my favourite Fender guitar. I love a Jazzmaster, especially in this colour. Now let's explore some of the other options. So of course the Jazzmaster is famous for its jazz circuit, which is engaged by this little switch down here. You bring it up and you're going to get a bit more of a woolly sound. It basically bypasses all the controls on the guitar. So your volume is this one, and then you have your tone here. And you can obviously get that kind of woolly tone, and the interesting part of it is obviously that you could have your bridge pickup set up here, really bright tone, and then you can go to a numb sound after. It is called the Jazzmaster after all, so let's play some jazz. A couple of months ago, I played a Levi Perry custom shop master build Jazzmaster, whatever you want to call it, with a fuzz circuit in the jazz circuit, and it was such a good idea because instead of having this slightly pointless circuit, you actually had a completely new effect. So I'd love to see the custom shop do that more on the team built guitars, as I'd definitely buy a Jazzmaster if it had a fuzz circuit in. What's interesting about this particular Jazzmaster is that the middle position is out of phase. We get that Peter Green tone. What's interesting about this Jazzmaster is in the middle position we actually have an out of phase tone. It's obviously like that Peter Green tone, maybe a little bit of a BB King tone with his Veritone switch. Basically these two pickups are out of phase, so it creates a very quacky tone. Was a lot of fun. Very cool feature on this one. Let's finally hear the bridge pickup. That's a really rich bridge pickup. Bridge pickup has just got such a rich tone to it. It's not brittle or bright at all. It's got a really nice usable tone to it. If I just strum some kind of basic chords, you'll hear that. Don't worry, I'm not going to play it. To finish off the episode, let's do some fuzz tones. So guys, that is the end of this Jazzmaster demo. Let's go to the outro of this video where I give you my full review and rating of this beautiful guitar. So guys, that's the end of this Squealing Pig Guitars video. I really hope you've enjoyed checking out this 62 Jazzmaster Fender custom shop model. I have to say, it's one of my favourite Jazzmasters I've ever played. Coming in second to the Levi Perry Masterbuilt that I played a couple of months ago. Make sure to check that video out if you haven't already. I'm slowly becoming a massive Jazzmaster fan, and yet I don't have one in my collection as of yet. I'd love to get one at some point because I love my playing with a Jazzmaster. I think it makes me play a lot differently, a little bit more melodically, and I always find it fun playing a Jazzmaster. It feels like a vintage guitar that's been played in. It's got a really nice wear pattern, nothing too over the top. It's quite a realistic wear. One of my mates actually had a Jaguar from this era, 62, and it had a very similar relicking pattern to this Jazzmaster, which was obviously a real vintage guitar. But the way that this guitar has been made, it feels like a master-built instrument. Very nicely rolled edges, and just the lacquer is amazing. Really impressed with this one today. So this might surprise some of you, but this guitar is actually going to get a 10 out of 10 because I would actually consider buying this guitar. I love this guitar and I wish I didn't have to give it up. It's got such a lovely dark rosewood fingerboard, the clay dots, the tones, the out of phase. It's awesome. The only thing I would do is add a fuzz circuit into the jazz circuit if I could, but that would be a custom modification for this one. But yeah, that's my opinion today, guys. But as always, let me know down below, what do you think of this 62 Jazzmaster? Do you love it or do you hate it? Let me know down below. And whilst you're down there, make sure to leave a thumbs up. That really helps us increase engagement on these videos, which means bigger and better videos for you. And last but not least, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We've got about 500 to go. So make sure to join the SPG community by hitting subscribe. But that is all for today. My name is Ben Keightley, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.